Okay, I'm gonna hope that it just. I'm gonna check. Okay, it's recording. I was nervous, okay, because I don't want to do this twice, but yeah. Hi guys, I'm Sid, your coach of the Germany-Girafarigs, and today it's time for the draft breakdown for the Pokefinium, the IGL. I don't know what IGL stands for, but Pokefinium Season 8, the Masters Division. Because for some reason I am in the Masters Division, even though I should not be in the Masters Division, because I am not a master in Pokemon at all. But okay, we are in the Masters Division. This is the draft analysis. What are the rules? It is Legacy, it is DLC 2, and it's best of 1, which basically just means that in the finals and stuff, it's basic draft. That's not best of 3, so if you lose, you lose, and if you win, you win. There's nothing else, so yeah. I don't think there's anything else to say. Dynamax, G-Max is banned, Bad Home Pass, I don't know. And yeah. Moving on. This is the sheet we have. We have 11 picks. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5, Mega, and 4 free points for 400 points. The Mega pick gives either additional points or less points depending on what tier you pick. And yeah, basic stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And moving on. My first pick. I was pick number 5, which was pretty early, which I'm not used to. And because people who know me know that I'm trying to use every single mega once, at least in draft, and then from there, once I used every single one, I will pick favorites and stuff, so I try to always keep a different mega, because I build my teams around the mega, so the mega is the most important Pokemon to me. And we picked Mega Galate. Time for a duel! Anyone who gets the reference, you're cool. But yeah, time for a duel. Cost me 40 points because it's a Mega Tier 1. Galate, very fast, with 110 speed, which is pretty good. 165 attack, which is pretty good, and has a really good move pool, as well as really good bulk actually as well. I think it's HP, which is really low, but defense and special defense are pretty decent. And has some good utility moves too, in like Will-O-Wisp and Destiny Bond and Disable and stuff. So Galate, pretty good first pick, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, my Mega Galate. Then we have Spiky Bird, the Zapdos for 160 points because Zeraora got sniped. So I picked up Zapdos instead because I wanted an electric type and I didn't want to pick Thundurus because I don't like Thundurus. So I picked up Zapdos instead because it gives me a bulky defogger, pairs decently well with Galate because it just switches into stuff and eats hits and static stuff, so like Galate can outspeed them and kill them, which is pretty nice. So I like Zapdos. It's bulky, it roosts, it defogs, has utility, can be offensive too, but it's usually more offensive on rain than it is without rain, because without rain it doesn't have a flying stab, and yeah. Round number 3, pick 37 is Ribbons, the Sylveon, because I like to have a Wish Passer on my team. I don't know if I had a different pick for Sylveon planned originally. Yeah, I wanted Togekiss, I think. I wanted Togekiss originally, but because I had Zapdos already as my flying type, I picked Sylveon instead because it's also a tier 2 fairy. So we have Sylveon for our main cleric support, Heal Bell, Wish support to keep the team healthy and not let it die from chip damage like hazards or strong hits, as well as being able to just set up itself with Calm Mind and just sweep teams with Hyper Voice, Store Power and stuff. Sylveon definitely can do a lot of things. Being cleric support, being Starly, being sweeper, being specs, could be Scarf as well, for all I know. I like Sylveon, it's a pretty versatile mon, and with Mystical Fire it also doesn't get warped by steel types anymore, which is nice. So yeah. Then we have the Rule 34 Eggplant. Serena, my fourth pick, which is mainly my hazard removal because it's my main spinner. Serena has some good moves as well, some good attack, decent speed here, Rapid Spin of course gives it +1 speed, which is nice, U-turn as well for pivoting around, and Greenly Majesty is a decent ability too because it prevents priority, which can be really nice with some predictions and stuff. And overall, Serena is a good mon because it has also cleric support, has Leech Seed I think, has Aromatherapy too, and can also do some utility and support stuff, which is really nice. Has some really decent bulk as well, if I remember correctly, but yeah. Moving on. We have Aphrodite, the Salazzle. Anyone who gets that reference is also cool. Salazzle Amon many people see as stall, which I don't understand because I don't know, but I can't see a frail mon as Sardazzle as stall. Like you just attack it and it dies. How is that stall? No, Salazzle has always been an offensive one to me. Toxic being a nice niche with corrosion to be able to toxic annoying steel types or poison types like Toxapex, Stellar Stealer and stuff that otherwise are really hard to get down, which is really nice. Teacher too. And otherwise Salazzle is a good speed tier, has some good moves as well. Has Dedans now, so maybe I can pull off some Dedans niche heat set with like Dedans free attacks or something. And yeah, Salazzle is really cool. I'm looking forward to use Salazzle and sweep some teams with it. Let's have like Sash, Nasty Plot, and free attacks or so. Or just being able to toxic annoying steals, as I said, to be able to play around them and not get stalled forever. So yeah, really nice. Then we have Rudy, the Obstagoon, my Dark type as well as my normal type. Yeah, Obstagoon I've seen a lot in leagues so far, and it's surprisingly bulky for an offensive threat as Obstagoon is. It has a really good speed, yeah, hitting with like 90 base I think. Gets Flame Up of course, hits really hard. Reckless Double Edge hits really hard, as well as Defiant. Defiant has some really cool niches as well, like parting shotting on a magic bounce mon to give yourself the boosts, which is really nice tech. So yeah, Obstagoon, some really nice utility, has some really good courage as well, with like Gunk Shot, Seed Bomb, Close Combat I think, and other stuff. Sadly lacks a priority move in Extreme Speed or Sucker Punch, which would probably boost this mon to tier 2 at least if it would get those, but yeah. Still a really good mon, and I look forward to use it. Karottendrache, the Dragon, is here because I think my original my original dragon in Goldra got sniped, so I had to pick a new dragon, so pick Dragon instead, because Dragon is a good tier 4 dragon, gives me rocks as well, because so far I don't really have any hazard play. So having a good low tier budget mon and Dragon with rocks, as well as good offensive utility and good defensive utility as well, in like Glare, Toxic, Taunt, and offensive it has good coverage as well. Rough Skin being good with Rocky Helmet for defensive, Sheer Force for offensive, and a Mold Breaker for either. So really good mon for sure. And I used Dragon one season as well. So yeah, really good mon for sure. Rodham T, the Poltergeist, who gets that pun, Vince, something, I don't know. I just like making funny names, and I feel proud that I have a funny name. So yeah. Poltergeist, my ghost this season. Everybody who knows me knows I always pick a ghost type, and Poltergeist it's Poltergeist this time. I've used Poltergeist a few times, but never in a league that fully finished. So I want to use Poltergeist an entire season. Has some good utility in Strength Sap, Will-O-Wisp, Taunt I think, and Trick of course, and some other stuff. Can be a sweeper with Shell Smash too of course, and just sweep entire teams if you don't prep for it or don't have any priority. Overall a really good mon for sure. And yeah, it's my spin blocker, so I'm looking forward to use Poltergeist this season long. Chonkas, the Steelix, is my steel type as well as my ground type. Gives me another rocker as well because I don't have many. I have two. Yeah. Chonkas, Steelix, tier 4, which is surprising because it got a lot of buffs. Dragon Dance can be really niche to outspeed other slower bulky stuff and kill them. Iron Defense Body Press kills almost everything that isn't a ghost. And yeah, Steelix, good bulky mon. I don't know, it has a lot of defense I know, so I look forward to use Steelix as well. Steelix is a cool mon, it's strong, it has good moves, it has good abilities, sturdy being able to lift any hit, Rockhead for free head smashes, and of course Sheer Force if I want to use other stuff. And yeah, cool mon for sure. Then we have the Wish Fish, Alomomola, the Star mon on the team. Yeah. Sylveon doesn't have really good wishes, and I needed a bulky water, because my original water type in Inteleon got sniped, so I needed a new water, and Alomomola was I think the only water I could afford. It was mono water, it wasn't shit, so I picked up Alomomola. It's fat, it has a regenerator, it has wish, and that's really all I needed for. Wish, soak, toxic, In case I don't want to bring Salazzle, I can run Soak Toxic with it instead and still Toxic everything. Even though Salazzle does the job better, because it doesn't have to use Soak before. But yeah, main purpose for Alomomola is just to be fat, be my fat switching into anything, and just pack huge wishes to heal the team. So not much to say about Alomomola. And lastly we have Schimmel, the Shuckle, which is also ordinary on my teams to have a Weber, and Shuckle was my Weber because I didn't have a tier 5 yet. Shuckle was in tier 5, it has webs, it has rocks, I didn't see why I shouldn't pick it. Probably going to be a suicide lead most of the time with like Mandrill, Stealth Rock, Shuckle, Stealth Rock, Sticky Web and stuff, but because I have actually Wish support, I can actually keep Shuckle around to webs whenever they will get removed, so that's really nice to have, because 230 defense is a lot, and because of the low HP it has, really any Wish heals it to full no matter what, and that's really nice. And yeah, sadly Shuckle doesn't have body press, because otherwise Shuckle would be actually a good offensive threat, but yeah. Could you imagine an offensive Shuckle with body press? That would be hilarious. But yeah, main purpose here is for hazards really, and just to stall a little bit and get some chip damage so Gallade can eventually break past and just sweep entire teams. So yeah, I like the offensive team I have for sure, with like Gallade, Serena, or rather Gallade, and Poltergeist, Steelix, Obstagoon, Salazzle, Serena, Sylveon, all offensive mons that can do a lot of work, and then stuff like Shuckle, Radagon, Zapdos, and Alomomola for more defensive backbones. Serena, Sylveon, and stuff can be either, of course. Zapdos can be offensive too. So I look forward to use this team for sure and see how well we do, and hopefully have some fun with it. Maybe try out some crazy sets that maybe don't seem good on paper but are good in theory. But I have to see how it turns out. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you when we have our week 1 match. Bye!